I am convinced the opening week Pirates could beat any team in MLB history. They are just one of those teams as of recently to seem to come out the gates red hot. It seems they were destined to make a run last year, but a slew of injuries cut that short. O'Neal Cruz being lost last season was what really knocked them down. I do not think this is an exaggeration even, because last year they started off 20-9. After that start, they finished the year 56-77 and missed out on the playoffs. The team this year seems even better, and they have started off hot with an 8-2 record and are currently leading the NL Central. They were very active this offseason to help them compete. With the offseason they had and some of the prospects that should be coming up this year, I could really see them making the playoffs. I'll even go as far as saying is I could see them winning the uber competitive NL Central. Pirates seem to shock a lot of people with how active they were this offseason. I think they got a lot better and made some great moves. First and foremost, they extended stud pitcher Mitch Keller to a 4-year, $71 million deal. Keller is a proven piece of the rotation that will be productive for years, but with the guys they got in their system like Skeens, he's not going to be the ace, but he will really anchor down that rotation in the long run. One thing you will notice in this video is the pitching staff will be a very common trend when talking about the roster construction of the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have not really lost any major players, but some of the notable moves they made were these. Keep in mind, every single one of these signings they made this offseason was a 1-year deal. They signed Aroldis Chapman, Martin Perez, Josh Fleming, Michael Taylor, Andrew McCutchen, Rowdy Tellez, Yasmani Grandal, and Ali Sanchez. They also traded for lefty Marco Gonzalez. In total, they spent $33 million between all these 1-year deals. I'm a big fan of all these signings except for Yasmani Grandal. I got the White Sox bias in me. There was a point where he was the highest paid contract in Sox history, and he was just a muffin for years. He was just, don't even get me started. Anyways, I'm just yapping, so let's move on. I'm a fan of the 1-year deals because it allows the Pirates to get depth while figuring out roster construction and waiting for prospects to come up. The pitching staff especially will reap the rewards of the farm system. The rotation as of now has Mitch Keller, rookie stud Jared Jones, Martin Perez, Marco Gonzalez, and Bailey Falter. Now, I see Mitch Keller and Jared Jones sticking around for a while, but these other guys might just serve as starting pitching depth and filler spots for a loaded farm system. According to MLB.com's Top 100 list, the Pirates have 5 players there. 4 of those guys are pitchers. Paul Skeens comes in at number 3, and it looks like he will probably debut this year with his dominance in the minors. Skeens is a flamethrower who will anchor that rotation, and I guarantee he will be their ace for years to come. That guy's stuff is good, and he is going to be a phenomenal player. Up next is Jared Jones at number 57 on the Top 100 list. He's already in the majors and has a modest 3.86 ERA in a couple starts with an absurd 17 strikeouts and 11.2 innings. Up next is Anthony Solometo. He's a lefty who has a career 3 ERA in a few minor league seasons, and he's ranked number 77 in the Top 100 and is projected to be called up this season. Next is Bubba Chandler, who's ranked at 88 and projected to make the club in 2025. He's pretty solid and he gets a lot of strikeouts. They also have Quinn Priester, who is not ranked, but I think he has the chance to make that rotation. In previous years, he was ranked 51, 54, and 60 until this year he fell off the Top 100 list. But he's got good stuff. As you can see, the Pirates have a plethora of starting pitchers with a lot of team control. I don't think every pitcher will pan out, but that's the exact point when you want to get so many of these guys, because most likely a couple of them will, so you're going to reap the rewards of that. Pirates are in a great place with a projected solid homegrown staff. They made the right move getting pitchers on 1-year deals to let guys develop and have depth. Depth is key, especially with this injury epidemic that is plaguing pitchers. Not only do the Pirates have a lot of pitching, they have a lot of solid offensive pieces. Days ago, they acquired former highly rated catching prospect Joey Bart to pair with top prospect catcher Henry Davis. Get ready to pack your bags, Grandal. You're going to the Guangdong Tigers. All jokes aside, though, they do have an insane infield core of Ke'Bryan Hayes and O'Neal Cruz who could hit at elite levels as well as defend on that same elite level. They should be joined by Tamar Johnson this or next year. He is a second base prospect who's ranked number 41 in the Top 100. He has an alright bat, but his on-base skills are insane. Since 2022, he boasts a .407 on-base percentage. And I like that normally correlates to major league success. They also have solid depth in the infield with Connor Joe, Rowdy Tellez, Jared Triolo, and Alika Williams. This is a solid infield for this season, and the outfield is also in good hands with star player Brian Reynolds. They also have depth with a great platoon of Michael Taylor and slugger Jack Sawinski. They also have Edward Olivares and Andrew McCutchen. Pirates are clearly on the verge of being a dominant NL team with the current success they have. A lot of stud prospects will be very advantageous too. I will say, the 1-year deals make a lot of sense to me. It allows them to be able to figure out which guys will be part of the future roster construction for this team, and also at the same time, you're going to let them develop. So it really puts you in a good place, because once that money's off the books, you're going to be able to spend freely and get the people to fill out the spots that weren't really working out for you. So I think the Pirates are really doing it well. Beyond that, they do have star power. Skeens will be a star. Mitch Keller, he's pretty good. Cabrian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz, all of them are stars, and those guys are going to really help out the offense. Joey Bart's even figuring it out. Henry Davis is solid. They got a real good team coming up. Look, the Pirates started out strong, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say October baseball will be played in Pittsburgh. Go ahead and comment your predictions for how you think the Pirates are going to finish this season. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.